Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Bulls have been methodical in their approach all season long, and it served them well. They continue to sit on top of the division. They're making their way closer and closer to that conference championship game. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
Opened in 1998, we're in Raymond James Stadium in the beautiful city of Tampa. And now let's head down to the coin toss, and is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Both teams are lining up for the kickoff, and we're just about set to get this one underway. Excellent kick. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Got a man in and out of his hands. The Bulls have a lot at stake here, including some possible record-breaking performances. Records and stats are great, but I think to a man, these players say, let's win the game first, and then any accolades we get along with it, that'd be great. Second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 25. It's the tailback, and he's tackled after positive yardage. Rawls gets 6 yards on the play. He might not be able to get the pass off. He's to the 40. He lost the ball. That was a close one, but the ball goes out of bounds.
The ball just kept scooting all over the place on the sideline, and it finally skipped out of bounds before anybody could.
Quick throw out to the receiver.
Well, defense coordinator's got to be able to shake this off. I mean, it's one thing to be able to sit there and give up a big play, which they just did, but you can't dwell on it and give up another big play. That's what film study's for tomorrow. We can look at the film and we can try to get better. But right now, they've got to be able to shake this play off and get ready to play the next down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. Fires that quickly, incomplete.
This wide receiver is very frustrated. You can tell by his body language. He did everything he needed to do to get open to be able to make a big play. The quarterback just didn't put the ball in the money.
Good outside run there. Rawls gains about 5 yards on the run. From the 23-yard line. 3rd down. Tackle made at the 15-yard line.
There's very good chemistry between these two. They like to run through all their routes before the game. And I have to say, they look sharp before this one even started.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Makes it to the 12-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry.
This linebacker's had a couple years of experience, and he's really solidified himself as a reliable tackler, as you can see from that last stop.
It's 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball on the 12-yard line. Looks to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. He hits the PAT. So a 9-play, 77-yard drive, and they come away with 7 points. The score now, 7-0. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He'll take it from the 2. Taken down by the kicker. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Scrambling around. Brought down around the 31-yard line. From their own 31-yard line. 2nd down. And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line. With a quick throw. Almost picked off. And that'll bring up a punting situation.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass play, and they defended it very well.
McPherson back to return it. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt.
You wonder what kind of impact the special teams play will have on the series that comes after a play like that. This could be big for the defense.
Let's find out if the defense has made any adjustments after giving up a touchdown on that last drive.
You can bet this defense made some adjustments on the sideline, though. I don't know if they can stop the passing attack, but they need to at least be able to slow it down.
Finds his receiver, and that's a 1st down. And down. He goes at around the 38-yard line.
Personal foul. Flipping. Offense.
Flipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. From their own 20-yard line. 1st down. They'll bring him down at about the 19-yard line.
I think calling the plays, you've got to be aware of this guy. He's making too many plays. And when he's that close to the line of scrimmage, defending the run, not allowing your running back to even get up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to do something to make him pay for that. If he's going to cheat up to the line of scrimmage, if you're calling the plays, listen up. This is a great time to go play action and try to throw the ball right over top of his head.
From their own 19-yard line. 2nd down. Now he's scrambling. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. And they make the stop, the 30-yard line. Well, after that injury, we'll get to see the backup quarterback here. Looks for his tight end over the middle. And he's tackled at the 38-yard line.
Boy, when you can rely on your tight end to move the chains, you got a big-time advantage over any defense.
From their own 38-yard line. 1st down. He zips it out to the right. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Throws in a hurry. It's broken up.
Great reaction to get his hands in the way of that pass. That's not an easy play to make.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
And they'll look to convert here on another 3rd down.
Hey, check right. Here we go.
Under pressure. Fires out to his wideout. And he's taken down at the 41.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That brings up 4th and 7.
McCullough is the deep man, awaiting the return. McCullough takes it to 28. Tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Return for a gain of 8 yards.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. The Bulls lost one of their key guys earlier to that injury, and unfortunately, I don't think he's going to play any more football today. Gets rid of it quickly. It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds.
This guy has that innate ability to get just enough distance from a defender to make a completion possible. You don't see it from every receiver, but this guy's got it.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. He gets to about the 31-yard line. The Mustangs have one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the entire country under center today. This kid is really fun to watch. He's fun to watch unless you're a defensive coordinator. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a great chess match between the offensive and defensive coordinators today. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly.
Call it a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. He's tackled at the 24.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Dickerson on the give. He's taken down right around the 16-yard line.
Gain of 8 on the play. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 16. The 10. It's on the ground. It's recovered.
And they're lucky to retain possession of the ball there.
After 1 quarter of play, and we've got a low-scoring defensive battle on our hands. The Bulls lead it 7-0. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. Sullivan, the ball carrier. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
I think a corner loves to have a chance to come up and make a play in the run game. So often they get labeled as just great athletes, and they just want to be involved in the passing game and being able to defend a receiver. Here, you see an attitude from this corner as he comes up, reads the play, and makes the play in the backfield.
Fires it again to his tight end. Touchdown, Mustangs. Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he adds the extra point. Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
The midshipmen come into today's game ranked 15th in the nation. And for Navy, the first score comes with a rushing touchdown.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. Tackle at the 16. This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime. Tackle after decent pickup.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Pass is caught. The defense lays him out.
Pretty nice pickup here. These guys are getting very tight on their timing.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tackle right around the 42-yard line. Pickup of a yard for the tailback. They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. He's hit and taken down. Houston gained 6 yards with a short completion.
They've done a great job on this drive with the underneath pass. The quarterback isn't forcing the ball, and you can see how effective he is.
They come out in an empty backfield. Slings it. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play. That's a loss of about 3.
Pretty good stand there. They weren't fooled at all by the offensive play call.
2nd and 13 coming up here. Ball on the 45-yard line. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving away free yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
From the 28-yard line, it's 1st down. 5 wide. Going over the middle, intercepted.
The defense really cranked up the heat there. Give those guys all the credit for forcing a desperation pass.
He's to the 40. At the 30. To the 20. Touchdown, SMU. Hold everything, folks. There's a marker down. Let's get the call.
Flipping. Offense. Still first down.
From their own 30-yard line. 1st down. Room around the corner. He's to the 40. Out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
20 on the way. 1st down.
Nice run up the middle. A nice option play. The tailback gets 6 yards before he's brought down.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Quick out to his receiver. And he hits him hard at the 21. Superb effort by the receiver to come down with that ball.
Well, this comes down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He's on the run. There's a fumble, and the defense picks it up. They work hard, and they got the turnover.
This is what it's all about. Defense taking advantage of an opportunity. They're pouncing on the loose ball.
And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did in their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball. If you're in the negative in the turnover department, your chances of winning decrease exponentially.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 9-yard line. Safety. What an effort by the defense, and they move ahead.
That's a huge play by these guys. Forcing a safety to give your team the lead and get the ball back is what some of these defensive players dream of.
He's to the 40. He makes it to the 42-yard line. SMU staff right now, I would think, going into halftime, Kirk's got to be happy. I mean, here's their guy not having the kind of game he's used to having, but if they can get in the lead, I think they'd go right back to him.
And to think that this team at this point has the lead, and considering the way their superstar has played, they've got to feel pretty good heading into halftime, knowing that it's a matter of time until their bell cow starts to really start to hit on all cylinders. And I wouldn't be shocked at all. You know, even though they have the lead and he hasn't played well, you go into the second half, you still got to try to get him his touches and his carries and hope that eventually he catches fire. And who knows what this offense is really capable of doing today.
They come up to the line here. It's 2nd down and 14 after the sack. SMU holds just a 2-point lead. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line.
That'll make it 3rd and 13.
They come out in a 5-wide set. And he's hit immediately.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a big game, but the important thing is that they held and brought up 4th down.
Gets out to about the 21.
Well, it's always fun to be part of a defensive battle, and that's certainly what we have right now.
Yeah, give credit to both of these defenses. I mean, they're playing with a lot of energy, and I think they're doing a nice job up front at the line of scrimmage. And at this point, they're not giving either of these offenses a chance to make a play.
The last drive not only failed to produce points, but it cost them 2.
Defenses get a big boost when they can score a safety, so expect to see these guys flying to the ball in this possession, too. I think it was a great play call, and it was very well executed. Any coach would be happy with that kind of outcome on a 1st or 2nd down play.
So it's 2nd down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the 1st down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. He wants it all going long. This one is batted away.
James was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the 1st down marker. He makes it out to maybe the 33-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
He's under pressure. He's at midfield. Brought down at about the 45. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He gets hit out of bounds at the 18. From the 18-yard line, first down. He's scrambling. Here comes the pressure. They'll bring him down around the 12-yard line. The Bulls use their second timeout.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
And they bring him down for a sack on the play. The Bulls using their third and last timeout.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
And once again, they'll come to the line, trying to convert on third down. Throws. Quick strike to the receiver. Touchdown. And he converts the extra point. Edwards has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. He can run. Inside the 30. To the 10. Touchdown. Big play. And he hits the PAT. Great first half of action, and we're hoping for more of the same. The Mustangs in front by 2. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. He sends this one deep. He makes it to the 18-yard line.
And both offenses here in this third quarter have been on fire. Time for the defense to step to the forefront a little bit.
Makes you wonder which of these defenses has the ability to come up and make a stop. It could be one of those games where whichever defense comes up with that stop could be the team that wins the game.
The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Catches it, and that's all.
Well-designed route and a confidently thrown football by the quarterback. You need those things to make any offense work.
From their own 22-yard line. Second down. SMU is up 2. Here's a handoff left side. And they make the stop at the 25.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Scrambling around. And he's tackled right around the 28-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 28. Darts it to the right. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. First down.
All day, just like that. Just like that. And 96 is coming.
caught. Open field. He's knocked out of bounds at the 48.
You can tell he's got a lot of faith in his wide receivers. Even when he's a little bit off target, they can pull it in and make something happen.
It's second down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. He's got an opening. And he's finally brought down at the 16. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Offense.
Flipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. Now it's second and short following the penalty. SMU with a 2-point advantage. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. Tries to get around the corner. He goes out of bounds at the 31.
Call a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Check, tight right. Go out there, check the outs out there.
Now he tries to buy some time, and he's sacked.
Well, we talked all week with these coaches, and even when we met with them yesterday out in practice, they told us there were some big concerns about facing these defensive ends. They thought that they might be able to hold up against him, maybe get the ball out of the pocket a little bit quicker, maybe use running backs and tight ends to help with double teams on the outside. Now, whatever they thought they might be able to do, they better get back to that drawing board because these defensive ends are just too quick.
They try running left. He's at the 20. He's taken down at about the 17-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That makes it first and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 17. This time they've got to be thinking, hold on to the football after that last fumble, the last trip in the red zone. On the run. They bring him down in the backfield.
The offense knows that the linebackers are cheating up a little bit on the run. They can get some protection. They might want to open up a little bit of space for some passes underneath.
10th play of the drive. Johnson takes the give. The 10. Touchdown, Mustangs.
He is such a talented, skillful back, as you saw right there. What makes him even better is that these coaches know how to use him.
Here's the extra point that'll make it a 2-score game. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 27. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And he's taken down around the 38-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 38.
Coming to you.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. He's at midfield. He's tackled at the 44.
That makes it second and 10.
Second and 10. Ball on the 44.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Now he's scrambling. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. Tackle at about the 35.
Third down.
The offensive coordinator has to be elated with the way his offense right now is executed. They're not in a hurry, but they're very, very methodical and very consistent with their approach. That's a third first down that they've picked up on this drive.
He lets it fly. And this one's broken up.
You've got to admire the coverage for being able to deny the home run ball so cleanly.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 33. Throws. Huge gain, and that sets him up nicely with a 1st and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Nice run there. Rawls picks up about 4 yards on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 1-yard line, it's 2nd down. They put everyone up on the line. Tackle made around the 1-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run.
Great play by the senior linebacker to step up in traffic and make that tackle.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. And down he goes, just outside the goal line.
Gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 4th and goal.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're crowding the line. And it pays off. Touchdown. He makes the PAT. Here's an update from the studio and Reese Davis.
Let's take a look at scores around the country. This is a game we've been watching closely today. The Tigers unleash their aerial assault and score a touchdown.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
SMU holds just a 2-point lead. He steps out around the 21-yard line.
That is a loss of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 14.
From their own 21-yard line, it's 2nd down. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and 11.
And he's hit before he could go anywhere. Quick out to his receiver.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a big gain, but the important thing is that they held and brought up 4th down.
McPherson is back to receive. He's taken down at the 39-yard line.
Return for a gain of 12 yards.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. Here comes the pressure. They got him, and it's intercepted.
The quarterback has made some really careless throws, but you got to also give credit to the defense for being able to clean up the mess and create the turnovers.
First and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line. Quick throw. Brought down at the 11. So with 1 quarter remaining, the Mustangs lead 23-21. Back to the action here. Tight ball game in the 4th quarter. SMU is up 2. Touchdown, SMU! Trying to go up by 2 scores. They line up for the extra point. And he adds the extra point. Johnson ready to kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. And down he goes at the 24-yard line. The Bulls have just not been able to get that offense rolling at all today.
I think they're confused. I think it starts up front with the offensive line. They're not having the typical game that you'd expect to see from them as far as communication. I think it's affected the rest of the offense.
Offense comes back out looking to improve from their last effort.
This quarterback can make good passes. He just needs to focus on not forcing the ball to his receivers.
He airs it out. Complete. It's the junior. To the 20. The 10. Touchdown. Big play. And he converts the extra point. They line up to kick this one away.
Johnson's up to return.
Johnson fields it at the 2. He's to the 20. At the 30. Tackle made at the 36.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Still first down.
This is a pretty crucial series right here with things being so tight. Your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball. SMU with a 2-point advantage. He might have a chance. He's at the 20. To the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown. Big extra point here. It'll put him up by 2 scores. And he tacks on the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Across the 30. They'll bring him down at the 31-yard line.
I think any good football team has to have an ability to answer, and that's exactly what we just saw. One team scores a touchdown, the other team comes right back and puts another touchdown on the board. This is getting exciting.
And here comes the offense again. They'll try to make it 2 touchdowns in 2 possessions.
You know, when this defense went over to the sideline based on the way they've been playing so far, this defense coordinator's got to be livid. He's got to get in their face. He's got to challenge them. He's got to get their emotions going. Because when you play defense, it's not just about X's and O's. It's about attitude and playing with a lot of confidence.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. There's a strike complete.
James with the catch. Sutton brings his down at the 31-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. And he hits him hard at the 46.
Loss of 11 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Here we go, D. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Omaha! Omaha!
He's going to go for the home run. And he's immediately tackled. They come out in a 5-wide set. They'll bring him down around the 3-yard line. First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Everybody bunched up tight defensively. Tries to get around the corner, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. They'll go for 2 in this situation. And they won't get the 2. It was a 6-play, 68-yard drive, but they just get 6 points after failing to convert for 2.
Brett, I thought the key to that drive really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow him down.
He'll take it from the 2. He's to the 20. Oh, he got nailed on that one.
Man, hang on to your hats, folks, because both these offenses are in gear right now.
Well, the way these guys are executing right now, it could come down to just which defense can come up with one stop.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're 1 play away from a very different ball game. SMU has a 3-point lead. He's taken down at the 25-yard line. A yard, if any, there for the halfback. From their own 25-yard line. Second down. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. Wants to throw outside. The senior makes the catch. And they make the stop right around the 44-yard line. And he's tackled around the 47-yard line.
I like how the defense got all up into that option to disrupt it. The offense looks a bit unsettled after losing that battle.
From the 47-yard line. Second down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Now he tries to buy some time. Sheds a tackler, and they got him.
You can't take sacks like that as a quarterback. You just can't. If you can't find a receiver, get out of the pocket and throw the ball away.
He throws right. And he hauls that one in. The 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. And he hits the PAT. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He sends this one deep. And they can forget about returning this one. These guys came up with a touchdown on their last drive, and they'll be hoping for another 6 on the board here.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, then you can guarantee that he'll find the open man.
With the pass, incomplete.
Brad, I think the quarterback here really forced the issue. I think he tried to squeeze that football into a really tight window. He's very fortunate the safety didn't step in front of it and intercept that football.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25.
Offense lines up in a 5-wide set, and the defense anticipating pass here.
Tackle around the 44-yard line.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
Quick throw. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
Defense goes with the extra defensive backs as the offense comes up 5 wide.
He gets sacked on the play.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Quick throw out to the receiver. He's tackled around the 28-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Easy. Right. Four down. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53.
Here's the handoff, and he's taken down for a loss.
That's a loss of 4 yards on the play. That'll make it 4th and 6.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here. Throws complete, but he's going to come up short. The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last drive.
So much of the passing game is about the timing between the quarterback and his wide receivers. Right now with this offense, they are in sync, and really the timing and execution is flawless.
First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. He's at the 30 to the 20. He scores. What a play. SMU staff, they've got to love the fact that they've got this kid in this situation week in and week out.
Yeah, I mean, they know that when the chips are on the table, they've got to find a way to be able to get him his touches, and this time he steps up in a big way for the touchdown.
Just over a minute left. He makes the PAT. Johnson has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. Tackle at the 24. So they're just about set to get the game going again. Quick throw, picked off. He's at the 40. Tackle made at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. He's at the 20. He finally goes down at the 8.
That's a gain of 27 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Here's the give. SMU. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A quick two-play, 35-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 26-yard line. Here's a step in the maturation of a young quarterback. How does he respond to throwing an interception on that last drive?
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
They just didn't get the snap off in time. Here's the call.
Delay of game, offense.
Possibly some miscommunication there. They can't get the play off, and it'll cost them a few. So we'll have first and 15 after the penalty.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
He's going to air it long. Brought down at the 34. What a great play.
This is the timing that we talked about in the pregame that they must have in order to be successful with their passing game. That time the quarterback threw it to a spot, and his receiver was there to make a nice grab.
And he might want it all here, and does. Picked off, and that's going to wrap this one up.
That's now 4 extra possessions they've given their own offense with these picks. Think about that. That's a formula that'll win you a lot of ball games.
Gains his way to the 33-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Johnson's performance today, right now, Kirk, the nation is watching, and they're pretty impressed with what they saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to see the kind of numbers that he put up today. And more importantly, I think his team's going to be able to continue to build their offense around him and his attributes of what he brings to this offense.
For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.